Jacob Fogel here, reporting live for the Danish Details. Our top story today: devastation in Denmark as the royal family is murdered. The Danish court, once a thriving and jovial environment, is now a bitter reminder of the horrific and gory events that took place just days ago. In a whirlpool of treachery and deceit, a friendly fencing match was transformed into a violent bloodbath, leaving both Queen Gertrude and King Claudius murdered, as well as the well-respected Laertes and beloved Prince Hamlet. According to a man named Horatio, who claims to be a dear friend of the late Prince Hamlet, the tragic events that took place that afternoon were set in motion by none other than King Claudius and Laertes themselves. The so-called friendly fencing match held between Laertes and Hamlet was craftily schemed by King Claudius in order to have Hamlet murdered, while making his death seem accidental. Laertes' blade was sharpened and dipped in poison, with the intention of killing the unsuspecting Hamlet. As well, as a backup plan, Claudius had poisoned Hamlet's drink just in case Laertes couldn't strike Hamlet with his sword. However, when Gertrude accidentally drank from Hamlet's poisoned cup, and the swords fell and Hamlet wound up yielding the poisoned blade, many more lives were claimed than Claudius had ever intended, including his own. The events that took place are a horror story that has rocked the very foundations of Denmark and left its citizens paralyzed by shock and grief. What is to become of this once rich and prosperous country is the question that is now on everybody's minds. Some believe that the throne will fall to one of Claudius's noblemen. Others state that the ruler of a neighboring country will likely claim the territory. For me, with sorrow I embrace my fortune. I have some rights of memory in this kingdom, which now to claim my vantage doth invite me, said Fortinbras in reference to the Danish throne, claiming that he has the rights to rule the vacant kingdom. This provides a hopeful spark of stability for the country that was recently plunged into turmoil. In these dark times, the future may not seem as grim, with Fortinbras ready to shoulder the weight of the crumbling Danish Empire. Aside from the country's future, the largest mystery seems to be just how these events came to be and what was the motivation for all the murders that took place that horrible afternoon in court. When asked about the events, Horatio said, "So shall you hear of carnal, bloody, and unnatural acts, of accidental judgments, casual slaughters, of deaths put on by cunning and forced cause, and in this upshot, purposes mistook, fallen on the inventors' heads. All this can I truly deliver." After further investigation, these violent acts, accidents, and evil plots have all been slowly revealed. Upon more detailed discussion with Horatio, it has been made clear that the plan to kill Hamlet went so horribly wrong when Gertrude drank from Hamlet's poisoned cup. This accidental murder occurred at roughly the same time that both Hamlet and Laertes stabbed each other with the poisoned sword, mortally wounding them both. In Laertes' dying breaths, he exclaimed, "I can no more, the king's to blame." Having heard this, Hamlet struck King Claudius with the sword and forced him to drink the rest of the poison, killing him, before Hamlet slowly died from the venom of his sword. This mortifying story recounted by Horatio, who witnessed the travesty in its entirety, tells us of how a light-hearted fencing match was terrifyingly transformed into the darkest moment in Danish history.